care. I don't feel like doing any of my own songs. Is that recording? I do not know. Like I care anymore. What do you want to do? Here comes the sun. How are you doing? You're looking well. Got any more secrets you want to tell? I've heard on the vine that you're claiming you've done your time. Is he loving you like you deserve? Is there a memory of me you wanted to preserve? I thought of you every step of the way, tried to forget you every single day. The river's burning, the sky's on fire. Your name keeps coming down on the wire. I gave you an unconsecrated kiss, first step to the abyss. I know what he wants you for. I hear that he's keeping score. He thinks that I've done him a wrong. He's waiting for his friends to come along. If you look back, what do you think you're gonna see? His tomorrow or your past with me? If you need me, just call, but don't leave it until after the fall. Was there any sound coming out of that doll? Okay. I need to change it. I need to come up with a title for that song. At the moment it's called MS-16. I think a better system of at least use Roman numerals. After the Fall, what do you reckon? If anyone's watching this. Hands up all those of you who think this should be called After the Fall, Don't Leave It Till After the Fall, Broken Rainbows. Broken Rainbows? No, that's not a bad title. I should write a song called Broken Rainbows. I think it's D minor there. Broken rainbows, broken dreams, tomorrow's never what it seems. Wherever you go, I'll be there too. Yeah. Not a bad little riff, but shortest day of the year so far. I'm kind of glad because, you know, I keep looking at, you know, because when you're terminally ill, click, everyone's going on a different video now, you're aware that, you know, although I don't have children anymore, yeah, they're out there somewhere and they are 10 and 12 years old, and maybe it's somewhere down the line. If they so choose, so you know, maybe they'll want to know who their daddy was, you know, and everything, you know. I doubt it, but you know, the one thing really at the end of the line, no, don't think about leaving a legacy behind. Don't even think about leaving a cigarette butt behind, you know. You're kind of like, well, you know, you feel a little bit cheated dying at 63, you know. If I can just make it over the line another 10 days, you know, then chronologically, you know, it'll be into 2025. Although I'll still be 63, you know. It's like when you look on Wikipedia that, you know, Randolph Scott, you know, and he died at, I don't know, 87 or 89 or whatever it was, like, you know. You kind of look at the years and everything, like, you know, and you kind of round it up, don't you? So maybe I think I made it to 64. I'm just rambling on inanely here. I need a time for that. Maybe I call it My Door Is Always Open. Except it's not, it's a lie. If anyone's watching this, please turn off. I'm just noodling here. Maybe my legs hurt too much for me to walk away from that. Turn the cameras off. Should we just keep going? I don't suppose we've got a G for Call Me If You Lost. Not too far off. Can I remember the intro? Can I get a vocal? Can I get a vocal? Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah! You stop and singing. Oh no, it looks like he's. There's a very awkward angle here. Come to me. Lean in. There you are. It's okay. I'll be gentle. Is this your first song? So no one's ever sung into you before. Wow. In that case, it means something. Stop it. It's not too late to travel, but there's nowhere left to go. We fought a losing battle, but the victors needn't know. Let me hold you tenderly and ease away your fears. You know you've got a friend in me if the longing reappears. saw you walk the minefield, stardust in your eyes, and in your footsteps when I kneeled you didn't seem surprised. It's not too late to change things, the picture still looks good. You know that when my phone rings I'd answer if I could. Let's get off this rodeo and put both feet on the ground. It don't matter where we go, I'll make sure love's in town. I didn't make the river freeze, but I'll help you get across. And if that doesn't put your mind at ease, you can call me if you're lost. Call me if you're lost. Strangled my larynx up. If you go and listen to any of the live recordings of this, well, I guess this is live, but you know, from when I wrote that song, 97, came out on the Crystal Heart album, 98, and something else. But when you get to the second verse, it's a real belter, so it plays it slow, as you kind of heard there. I guess that's how it's. I saw you walk the minefield, you had stardust in your eyes. But I was a lot younger then, so I was trying to stifle it but retain the pitch, you know, that youthful pitch. Well, one by one my vocal cords handed in their resignation and walked out the door. Okay, should we do anything else to close? This is just going to be an outtake jam, so I don't want to bother talking here. Slower. Slower, right down. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleeping, and there ain't no place I wanna go. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play your song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll see things only you know. Though evening's empire has returned into sand, vanished from my hand, left me blindly here to stand, but still dreaming. to me, and all my ancient empty streets hear tears streaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleeping. There ain't no place I want to go. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play your song for me. In the jingle, jangle morning, I guess I will finally know. Take me on a trip upon your magic captainless ship. My senses, they've all been stripped. My hands can't feel to grip. My toes too numb to step. With only for my boot heels to be reminding them. I've been everywhere I could, but time got the best of me. It's the undefeatable enemy. Shows you things you don't want to see. Tell those who love me how I miss them. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play one more song for me. I'm not sleeping. There ain't no place I wanna go. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, please play one more song for me. Delay the inevitable one more day or so. Though you might hear laughing, spinning, swinging madly across the sun, these things aren't aimed at anyone. Escaping on the run. But for the dark sky there are no fences to be facing. And if you hear faint traces, the skipping reels of rhyme to your tambourine in time, I wouldn't pay it any mind. It's just a shadow you're seeing that you gotta be facing. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play just one more song for me. I'm not sleeping. There ain't no place I wanna go. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play your song for me. In the jingle, jangle morning, it's still too early for the wind to blow. the frozen leaves, the holy frightened trees, out to a windy beach, far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Yes, to dance beneath the diamond sky with one hand waving free, silhouetted by the sea, circled by the circus sand, with all memory and fate driven deep beneath the waves. Let me forget about today until tomorrow, please. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, please play one more song for me. I'm truly not sleepy and there's no place I want to go. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play your song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, please don't let my children know. Still nothing. I'm standing here and I can't hear anything. I'm this far away from my mouth and I can't hear anything. I'll tell you this. That's a majestic song there by Bob Dylan and all that. Although the words certainly majestic. The melody, of course, is Woody Guthrie. This land is your land. This land is my land. California to the New York Islands. When you have motor neuron disease, I mean, I'm not praising Bob for this, but and the reason Bob Dylan's so popular, I think, is that's quite early on. His songs, they apply outside of him and his reasoning and compositioning at the time, and this is why they truly are timeless, I mean, I'm dying of motor neuron disease. There's nothing left of me physically. I'm just a bag of water. Well, water and blood, but there's no muscle left. All the muscle is deteriorated. There's not a human being under. It's just head and clothes and fingers. My toes too numb to step. My hands can't feel. Very appropriate. If you've watched all the way through to this, I'm so sorry for ruining your evening or your morning or anything. But hey, it's nearly Christmas. You want to hear a Christmas song? I wrote this in 1982 in a squatting chart, Chester House in chart. It was one of my best ever Christmases actually, because the guy I was squatting with called Holly Allen Hollingsworth. I'm assuming he's dead now, but hey, I mean, Keith Richards outlived Brian Jones, whatever. Well, Brian Jones wasn't particularly healthy, but the guy that invented the jogging craze, didn't he die of a heart attack jogging at about 47 or something? So death is a crapshoot, it takes random shots. So anyway, so he might live to be 93, since no one ever expected him to get out of his 20s, or into his 20s really. Anyway, he'd been arrested, and so he spent Christmas in Her Majesty's pleasure. He'd gone into a supermarket. He told me later, when he got out, he put him on remand, and really they just put him into detox. Well, he wasn't into anything big at that time, but just too much little stuff will kill you, and stuff, you don't need to eat a 2 kilogram bag of sugar all in one go, if you just put 6 spoonfuls in your cup of tea. you'll have no teeth left in a very short space of time. And he got and he saw a sign and it said free cooking oil, but you had to buy a TV first. But he just saw this sign saying free cooking oil, and he picked it up. And he said, I was tripping, man. I was tripping, Murph, man. He said, I got this mushroom, magic mushrooms, whatever they're called, you know. I got in a field. There's a field. It was next to a school actually, where they went and got all their mushrooms too. Kind of appropriate, really, you know. And it was huge, the biggest mushroom I ever seen, man. I was just tripping. I went in and saw free. Why did you need cooking oil? We had no food, no electricity, you know. You're going to drink it. That's the stuff. Here his arteries hardening like, you know, like a ship's rope pulling the mainsail up. And the guy who got me started playing guitar, a guy called Steve Gore, what a lovely human being he was. And he was a punk, and this is 82, you know, and he used to get a lot of grief. A, because he was a nice guy, and B, because he still had the Mohican with food dye and everything. It was big, baggy, multicoloured jumper, you know, that would have been hip in the 60s and stuff, you know. And skinny jeans and baseball boots. Man, I haven't thought of him in 40 years. But he had very, very rich parents. They owned a huge farm outside of Chars, and acres of ground and stuff. I think they had 4 children. We all had the hots for his older sister, Karen. I think she was went off with a politician or something or another, you know. Goodness me, she was stunningly attractive. Probably one of the most beautiful women I ever saw in real life, per se, as such. All these people are married now and gone off, so. Where's a lady called Emma D. And Karen Core, and a German lady who I'd only seen from photographs, but who's probably the most beautiful woman I ever saw in my life. But yeah, so they'd all gone on, and the guys that used to come down and visit Steve. So yeah, I like the fact that Steve was just a paradox. They went out, he got arrested and put on trial. They prosecuted him for stealing milk. So what they were doing in those days in the 80s, I'm just rambling on here, don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself. And I'd say in a reflection of a camera, but there's no reflection there. And so the milkman would come and deliver pints of milk on people's doorsteps. And those of us with no money, but thinking that dairy products belong to the proletariat, they would go out and nick it, you know, and stuff. And but without thinking, you know, that they'd be taking it from pensioners' doorsteps. This is me, you know, and I always saw both sides of pensioners' doorsteps and single mothers who had babies and stuff, you know. But a cat wandered into the squat one day called Rover. Poor Rover. That was the worst mistake she ever made, unfortunately. And, oh, that poor cat. Anyway. No one mistreated her, but, you know, you're dealing with people that they didn't treat themselves well. You know, there's no money for food or anything. Why should the old lady that owned, this was a very posh area, but, you know, they destroyed the house, you know. The landlord, Bodge Larko, so-called, because he was a handyman. Every job he did, allegedly he botched it up. And he bought this house, this Victorian building, and I'm going to convert it into flats and I'm going to make a fortune. And the idea was good, you know, but then it got let to bums and hobos, and then the bums and hobos didn't bother paying the rent, you know, they left, and, you know, no one's paying any rent at all, you know. Blessing. But Rover the cat lived next door, but maybe 5 down. And she was the cat of this very old lady, probably the old lady's only friend in the world. I'm thinking back on this now, 50 years on, you know. And this lady, she would walk past and she'd shake the walking stick of the house. You're eating my cat. And we're like, we've eaten her. We didn't, because most of us were vegetarians, and even we weren't, we couldn't cook anything, you know. So they turned the electric off to try and get everyone out. Which was bad news for the old guy that lived next door, because some unscrupulous people would sneak out at night and connect an extension cable to the plug socket in his shed, and we'd run our heaters and everything off of that. No mobile phones or laptops to charge up in those days, of course. What was I talking about? I don't know. Yeah, anyway. So I had all of Chester House to myself over Christmas. It was a bit spooky because people were coming. There were some young girls who lived in the flat upstairs, and they had to do things for money that no one should have to do. And they'd gone on, but you know, there's no texting or anything in those days. People didn't know, so you still get these drunks coming out from the pub, you know, and hammering on the door, you know, and kicking it in and stuff, you know. Where's Angie? Where's Angie? Where's Angie? Angie don't live here anymore. Yes, she does. Oh, you'll burn the house down. You know, the only times we ever saw the cops to protect us. The only times the cops, the only time the cops would come around, they'd all call in on the night shift. Go upstairs and visit these ladies. Lovely people of the law. I've had nothing but contempt for them all my life. The law. What is the law? Anyway. So Christmas 1982, I wrote this. I can't remember it, but I can remember the chorus, because the chorus got catchy. Someone's always dying at Christmas. They're always bombing the poor. They're always killing. No, they're always starting a war. They're always bombing the poor. Someone's always dying at Christmas. So it's called Christmas Die. Someone's always dying at Christmas. Want to hear a song I wrote in there? Was it D.A.? This is the first song I ever wrote. I'd had lyrics by then, but not. It's the first time I sat down and wrote music. Yesterday my love was here to stay. Now today I find she's gone away. Does she know that I'm so lonely? Will she ever come back to me? She said we'd be together all the time. Told me that everything was fine. Now she's gone and I am all alone. Please, my darling, please come home to hold you in my arms once more. That is what my dreams are praying for. We can make it work, you know that's true. Because, my darling, I've got love for two. Nostalgia. I'll just say this in closing, just in case I ever do upload this, and everyone and anyone who's sat through this, very grateful to. Oh, by the way, if anyone has sat through this, my lyric books are available on Amazon. Cheerful songs I wrote as a 21-year-old, huh? Well, yesterday I wrote a song, my last ever song. It's called A Life, and man, you should hear that. So that song I wrote in 1982, and it seems like, I don't have my fingers to click anymore because they don't work, but I'll try. Now. It's gone like that. 1982, 2024, maybe 2025. It's gone like... Oh, well, I'm hurting myself. I just proving a point. Dumb thing to do, but you know, you still keep trying. So don't waste a second, because there's no such thing as spare time. There isn't. You don't have any spare time. There's no such thing. It's a myth, and it's put into your head. Okay. And there is no tomorrow. You need to stop thinking there's a tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. If you're doing nothing now, do something. I mean, hopefully listening to a Paul Murphy video and rambling anecdotes is worthwhile. Thank you so much. But please, or at the very least, try and do two things at the same time, and always do things that make you happy. You know, don't do an extra second at work. When I've come off the road in my life and I've taken the 9 to 5 punch clocking, you know, and stuff, worst times ever, you know, and you, oh, can you just stay on and finish this? And now I just want to wring their necks, you know, and my own. You know, no, go to hell, you know, all these lauded bosses.